1.7 billion men do it almost every day. Each bloke will do it about 20,000 times in his lifetime, spending more than 4 months hard at it. It's called shaving. Market leader Gillette owns 2 out of every 3 blades sold in this country. Its advertising formula has been based on 2 things. Number 1, sportsmen. For the last half-decade, it's used the trinity of Tiger Woods, Thierry Henry and Roger Federer. Woods and Henry have both been recently disgraced, but the brand still clings to Federer, as this viral video launched a couple of weeks ago showed.
Take the ball, put it on your head, because it's way too sensitive.
Also an ad for adult nappies, because that guy just pissed himself. That clip's had millions of views online. There's been a lot of speculation it was a fake. Federer was quoted as saying, "You know how it is with magicians. They don't tell how their tricks work." Carolyn, do you think it's real?
No, I don't think it's real, but I think they've done it incredibly cleverly in the fact that it just is so close it could be real, which is why it's interesting.
One of the reasons it went viral was because it was real. Yeah, and so they're almost playing on that. But now, these days, they're obviously... It doesn't really matter whether it's real or not. It's just whether...
I'd love to find out it was real, but they killed 3 assistants.
The thing with this
They
ad,
started with a chimp, actually.
the irony of this ad is that this is what's referred to as earned media, because lots of people saw to see this ad. But the original ad that was made with them was voted as the worst ad ever made that year because they had no chemistry between them. But that takeoff of that was the most viewed thing that they had done. So
it's the precision thing, isn't it? I mean, there's a underlying brand strategy to it, and it goes back to, say, remember Tiger Woods in Nike when he's just bouncing the ball on the top of his sandwich. There's this sort of fascination with these brilliant sportsmen. People will expect they'll believe that.
They want
it doesn't really matter whether it's true or not. They'll believe it.
And it's interesting. I read an article in the paper that Todd Woodbridge actually came out against it, saying it was fake and he could never do it. So I'm like, other tennis players are now getting involved and going, what's going on?
But that's referred to as earned media.
Yeah.
Lots of people talking about it, lots of people... The debate is around whether it's real or not. It's perfect.
To be honest, I would actually watch a YouTube clip of Roger Federer just pinging balls at Todd Woodbridge.
Yes, I'm with you. Yeah, what's Todd Woodbridge have to do with it?
Todd Woodbridge. Who cares, mate? It's Roger Federer.
Exactly. And who cares if it's not real anyway? How would they do it anyway? How would they do it if it wasn't real?
They did it by stream.
Boo-hoo, Todd Woodbridge. Seriously, that annoys me that he came out. And there's no Santa. Gillette also uses Michael Clark in its local ads. Matt, what's the link between sport and shaving apart from, blood and pain?
I think as men, in terms of who we want to endorse our brands, it's pretty much actors and sports people, and I think we could probably leave actors. So it's sports people because they're one of the few people that men kind of look up to as idols.
They managed to use performance as part of the language, which the reality is that these people do perform at a very high level, and that's the values that they want to then attribute to their brand. I mean, and this brand, of course, is just a monster. They get 600 million of the 1 billion shaves every day.
A lot of sports advertising is used to target the youth, and this company wants youth to buy into their shaving system, whatever system that is, because most people stay with that system for the rest of their lives. So they want to get people young, and sport is one way of getting them.
And one of the reasons why they're that successful is they're relentless. They just never, ever stop. I mean, remember G2? Remember doing G2? Fights where you had a fight before you could shave in the schoolyard, and everyone would yell out, G2, G2. That's from a Gillette ad. Remember that?
No.
I didn't have it.
Was this before television?
No. It was a Gillette television commercial where there was boxers and everyone's yelling out G2. So that's how we used to have a lot of fights at school.
I also think, I think you were in a lot of fights.
Well, he got beaten up a lot.
That's not true.